It's the Hoffman Show. We're on the Team 980, of course, always on the free Odyssey app and on YouTube at the Team 980, where you see the newest Washington Mystic, Aaliyah Edwards, 6th overall pick in the WNBA Draft. Aaliyah, congratulations. Is it weird still being introduced as Washington Mystics forward, Aaliyah Edwards?
It's weird. I'm getting used to it, though. I love the name.
Yeah. UConn forward, of course, for 4 years. We'll talk about that experience in a second. And I want to start actually first, Aaliyah, just kind of the WNBA draft process is so unique. Like, we've been talking on our show about the NFL draft for what feels like forever. It's this 3-month-long, 4-month-long thing. The NBA draft is a couple of months. You guys are so tight from the end of your season to the draft. Do you even have any interaction with the WNBA teams, like with a Mike Tebow, your general manager, Eric Tebow, your coach? Like, do you have anything, or do they just kind of watch the tape and go, all right, we're gonna take Aaliyah?
I wish it was that easy, but it's not. It's a very condensed process, a quick turnaround. So I finished my last game at the Final Four, maybe about a week and a half ago now.
Yeah.
But right after that, I was thrown right into the process, trying to get a fit, first of all. Having interviews. I spoke with the team here at Mystics, and just right fit for me. But ultimately, you never really know until your name's called, and that's a special moment. So it was long days, long process, but in the end, it really worked out.
Yeah, for sure. So you're Canadian, for those that don't know, and I think it's been really interesting watching on the NBA side. There's just been such an influx of Canadian players, from Jamal, Shea, on down the list, kind of the Vince Carter generation. How much did Vince and kind of what happened, what we've seen, books written, documentaries made about it on the men's side. Did that also have an influence on women's basketball in Canada?
I think it had a good influence that we don't really talk about or speak on, because it really brought light to Canada and to just how basketball dominant we are across my country. And it started with him, then it leaked over into the senior women's national team in Canada. And I think especially for young women looking up and having mentors and people to just aspire to be like and be in their position really helped push the basketball over the top for us. And I know me growing up, we didn't really have anything about the Raptors and watching the NBA, but over the course of the years, we started getting more resources to have streaming services to watch the W, to tune into NCAA. So I'm grateful for the growth that we were able to do for women's basketball in Canada, and for me to kind of be the pivotal point of that. I'm grateful.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, you played on the Olympic team in 2020, youngest ever to play on the Canadian senior national team in a major tournament. Just a slight flex. Yeah, let me give you the moment here then. Like, who are some of your heroes that you got to watch growing up that don't get, we talk about Vince because like he is this overwhelming figure and they make the documentaries, but you mentioned like all of a sudden on the women's side there are people too. Like, who are some of those heroes that you looked up to?
I would throw out like Kia Nurse, Natalie Achanwa, Bridget Carlton. They were those three that I looked up to. Obviously followed Kia with UConn. So we got the blue ties there. And she was a really big mentor for me transitioning from high school to college, because she lived through it. She was already introduced into that environment. So for me stepping in, I kind of had some comfort, but ultimately you can't really prepare for the great Coach Geno. So, but once I got there, grateful for the opportunity and everything that I was able to learn from him and underplaying him. And I think it just prepared me for being a Washington Mystics today.
Yeah, Aaliyah Edwards is our guest here on the Hoffman Show. Yeah, Kia was at UConn back when I was at Syracuse, and so back in the Big East days, conference rivals.
That was crazy. I heard the stories.
Yeah, I actually did play-by-play on the Syracuse side for Maya's senior day, and I don't remember what the final numbers were, but it was UConn a lot, Syracuse a little.
Right?
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunately. Syracuse obviously done a great job with the program in the last couple of years, but I miss those Big East rivalries back in the day. So you mentioned Geno. I got to ask just very simply, what is your favorite Geno Auriemma story? You have 4 years of them. What's your favorite go-to Geno story?
I don't know if I have just one favorite. I think just when I think of Coach, obviously I think of everything on the court, but off the court, just chilling at his house. He would invite the team all the time, and we'd watch basketball or just break bread and just have great memories at his house. He's like a great big grandpa to all of us. He's the type when he's taking a picture on his phone that he takes it like this. So
for the radio audience that won't be able to see what Aaliyah just did, it was like
right.
real squinty, the pointer finger doing the work.
Pointer finger clicking the button. But no, that's who I think of Coach, especially just a loving man for his players and for the program. But no, he's great.
When you talk to Kia, or if you have a chance to talk to like Sue or Dee or any like the people that have been there 10, 20 years ago, is that what they say too, or do you think he's softened with age?
No, they are the first ones to say that he's softened with age. I think, this generation, he always throws that out here, and I've been coaching for 40 years now, and you guys changed so much. But no, he definitely did loosen up a little bit, but his drive, his passion, and commitment to not only the players but to the program has never changed, and that will never change, I feel like. So, but yeah, I think that my class especially, we gave him some youth.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned your class. Nika Muhl goes through this process with you. You guys were on the podium together draft night. Obviously, we all saw Paige in the crowd there cheering you guys on.
Proud mom.
Well, yeah, proud mom, Paige Bueckers. What was it like having them be able to go through, and specifically Nika? We all talk about Paige because of who Paige is, but specifically Nika to go literally through this process from the end of that Final Four to being drafted with you.
It means a lot. It's just really special. I think it just speaks to the relationships and the memories that you can create within this beautiful sport. I actually knew Nika before coming into UConn, and we played at NBA Academy basketball at Bueckers together. We were actually roommates. So we already had that connection going into college, and then spending 4 years together, 4 tough, challenging years together, and accomplished a lot. And to both achieve our dreams on the next level and able to say that we did the same draft year, it's beautiful.
Yeah, when you think about your rookie year and what's to come, and it's always to me so crazy how they have it for y'all, where it's season and then all of a sudden you're into season again. But have you had a chance to think about like what you want this rookie season to look like, and what goals you have, if any, at this point for your year one with the Mystics?
Yeah, my mindset going into this rookie year is just to challenge myself each and every day, but also give myself grace. I think that I've been for 4 years now waiting for this moment, so I'm not going to let this moment pass and just sink in it, but actually take something out of it, and to find a new home in DC and with this new Mystics family. I'm super excited. I feel like it's just the right fit for me. Love the team, love the organization and what they're about. So I'm grateful to tap into that and leave my impact here.
Have you spent any time in DC really before?
Only for basketball, but
okay.
I'm excited to kind of see the city.
I was gonna say, so what are you excited? I mean, there's obviously like the classic touristy stuff, the monuments and all that. Right. Is there anything, whether it's on that list or anything else that you've heard about the city that you are really excited to explore?
I don't know. I think just like tapping into the community more. You only hear about the Washington and the monuments and all that side of things, but to kind of see like what the really people believe in, their values, and kind of what makes DC is really what the people and what they bring to it. So I'm excited to tap into the community space in that sense.
Yeah, for sure. One thing that I learned when I moved here was this, like the city, which is like the government and all that stuff. And then there's the town, which is exactly what you're talking about, the people in the town. The town is certainly a beautiful place. You mentioned the UConn connection that you've had with so many people that have been in the league. You got one on the Mystics with you. You got Big Mama Steph there. You got Stephanie Gilson. What did you hear from her once you got drafted, and how nice is it to have a familiar face as you embark on this rookie season?
It's super nice to have a familiar face. Obviously, Blue bleeds all the way into the W, so that's beautiful to have. And just someone who's known where I've come from and how it is in college, and to kind of transition into this space and have someone to lean on with Steph. She's just a great person, great player, but I think I don't know. It's going to be – she gives me mom vibes, and I love that.
The nickname's earned is what you're saying?
Yeah, don't get me in trouble now. It's always good to have a vet that you can just lean on and soak information on. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
Aaliyah, congratulations again. Welcome to DC. It's going to be really fun watching you play, and we appreciate your time here on the radio show.
Thank you so much.
What's up, kiddos? It's your boy Clinton Yates from ESPN. It's the Hoffman Show on the Team 980. Tell your mama I said what's up.